This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
On July 25th at Fully Loaded 99, Kurt Angle made his pay-per-view debut, sort of. He's a spectator for the Shamrock Steve Blackman match. They're doing an Iron Circle match. I guess it's kind of funny in hindsight because we're all watching two of the toughest guys in the history of the company, not realizing maybe the most legit tough guy is an onlooker here. Sort of a fun little Easter egg. By 99 Survivor Series, it's time for your in-ring debut, and your match is against Shawn Stasiak, who I believe was also in your first training camp and one of your first opponents as well, right?
Yes, I trained with Shawn. I think that's the reason they had me debut with him, so I'd be comfortable for my debut. And so Shawn had a great night. We had a great match, and it wasn't very long. I do remember during the match when Vince McMahon told me to, go out and grab the microphone and tell the fans you do not boo an Olympic gold medalist. And it was like, holy shit, he's telling me to get up, go out to the ring. I was like, I asked the ref told me to do this. And I said, ref, how do I knock Shawn down so I can go outside? He said, just get up, work out of your hold and clothesline him and go outside, grab the microphone. I was like, oh, okay. And I went out and the fans were booing me. And I said, you do not boo an Olympic gold medalist. I'm the best in the world. You do not boo me. And they booed me even worse. And then that's where I got the reaction. That's where I got the heel rub, was from that first match at Survivor Series against Shawn Stasiak. And because there was no excitement for the match, nobody was interested in that match.
Right.
Probably because Shawn just started. I just started. Nobody knew who we were.
Right.
So there was no way that the match would mean anything. So Vince came up with the idea of, pulling myself away from Shawn and cutting a promo on the crowd to get him roused up. And it did. It worked.
Talk to me a little bit about your look and your character. I mean, you're obviously doing everything they're asking of you down in Memphis. You're getting good reactions. They've got you coming working some dark matches. Is it Jim Ross or someone else who calls and says, hey, we're ready to put you on TV? What does that process look like? And did they have, like we've seen, as we've just celebrated 30 years of The Undertaker, there were sketches of what they wanted this Undertaker character to look like. Did they have a certain look or presentation in mind for you as far as your gear and all that goes?
No, they wanted me to just be me, but Vince was going to ramp me up a bit. He wanted the same singlet look from the Olympics and, bright red shoes and just look sharp and look like a champion is what he said. And, the things I did and said, that was all written by either Vince or Brian Gewirtz. And Brian was a great writer. He wrote a lot of stuff for me, and he did an excellent job of it. And he could relate to my character because he's kind of Brian is a cool kid, but he's a dork. And, he gets the whole character, the Olympic character, and what Vince was trying to bring out, the milk drinking dork. And so Brian could relate to that. He was really good at writing my stuff for me.
Start doing some dark matches for the WWE. I think there's a good chance if you're listening to this and you went to a live show in 99, you may have seen Kurt Angle in the dark match. One of those happened May 10th in 99, and his opponent that night was Owen Hart. Of course, just a couple of weeks later, we would tragically lose Owen Hart. And I know a lot of fans still consider that to be a dream match. Man, what would it have looked like to see you wrestle Bret or Owen? But you actually did have a chance to wrestle Owen. What do you remember about that match?
The match was incredible. Owen carried me through the whole thing. He came up with some great ideas, and the crazy thing was he would audible during the match. He would switch moves around, and he would let me know ahead of time what we were doing, but he would adjust. And he's the first person that I ever went in the ring with that would change the match and adjust just because of a fan reaction.
Right.
You know, the other person was Stone Cold Steve Austin. He could adjust to anything. That guy was the best in-ring worker I ever worked with. He's very underrated in the ring. But Owen was one of the best too. He was a great in-ring worker, and he could call the matches in the ring. He could plan them beforehand. He was so versatile, and you know, he could wrestle any style. That's what made him so valuable.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.